brothers and sisters, generals, family, and welcome to another nature podcast and/or another edition of EBX discussion. And I honor thy ancestors. Salute, brother and sister, man that left a blueprint, man with every fiber of their body through tooth and nail with the least amount of tools to get many of us in that great divine space that we are in, and open our mind. And if we're alive and breathing, we are back to conquer another day, another year, another decade. Something I always like to say, keeping one spirit. Man, and salute to the current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view, I salute you. Man, just be thankful, Thank that supreme being every day and break the spell. And what is breaking the spell? The spell of being under the conditioning that all melanated brothers and sisters have been under or come under, in one way, shape, or form, as we say, by design. But thank that supreme being every day. And that's the breaking of the spell when we refuse to give in to distractions, anything of a toxic nature. I don't care what we have to do, long as it's not hurting ourselves or hurting no one else. That higher supreme being. You say, what is this? It's another word for that great divine. It's something that's above all everything. I don't care how much you try to override it. It's, as I said in the past on past podcasts, and just one's opinion, like I say, everybody's divine walk is different. How we hear from that great divine. Of course, if we got righteous things within our soul, we'll hear the right things from that great divine, not things we want to justify and make up ourselves. No, because what I always say, folks, it's not my divine, it's our divine or higher supreme being, because it runs this whole thing. I love how that rhyme. I do that from time to time. I be rhyming all the time, right on the dime, because I write rhymes a lot. Like to do music, so what you do a lot, especially if it's something you love, and it's something righteous, it's in your subconscious. So, and it's just wonderful. Like I say, every day, brothers and sisters, family, just thank that supreme being for waking us up every day to strive and do better and just enjoy that day. Enjoy nature when we can. We hear a lot of us say enjoy nature. I appreciate nature, and I do get in it when I can. I go by the park. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm gonna do it more. It's coming in the summertime. And I want to get in there, even if I'm not recording. And just sit in nature and just bask in the beauty of it. That's why you see a lot of it on my banner and thumbnails and stuff. And I wanted to speak on the podcast I actually did last night, to be honest. I uploaded, and it was called Righteous Ripple Effect. And I wanted to speak on the banner and the thumbnail. The thumbnail represents the righteous ripple effect, and I'll put it in the end screen. And, I just spoke on righteous things we develop within our soul. It leaks out on to our, children, family, significant other. I always say, brothers and sisters that we care about, we're connected to. It's the most wonderful thing in the world when we experience that righteous ripple effect. So I just wanted to speak on that because I did want to talk about it a little bit in that podcast. And how you get in a zone and you leave out things that you want to speak on. That's why it's good to write things down sometimes. So, but I just went straight off the dome, off the spirit, and I did read a little segment in that podcast, but that's what that thumbnail represented, because it showed the sun in the middle, and it shows the layers out to the the moon, and how it looks when they show the map of the universe, and show the sun in the middle, and it shows the layers of the circles in this like a ripple, works all the way out to the outside. So that's what that thumbnail represented. And then on the banner was the balcony of one's home, looking over the buildings, because I got two balconies, one in the front, one in the back. And that's where I usually stand out and look over and, just do a little thinking and just enjoy, being alive, and thinking of great ideas to make one better and anyone else that I come in contact with if they want to be helped. Everybody has a choice, so that's what was on my banner. Just wanted to speak on that a little bit. And That's why I say thank that great divine, that supreme being every day, and break any toxic spell. There's no such thing as curses. Because I remember when I first started this no, I will say not first started this channel. I would say when I came into oneself. Because when I first started this channel, excuse me, when I first started this channel, I had a little bit of different of a mindset. But the more I got serious with oneself and started studying myself and others, but it always starts with oneself, got a little better and matured. And when I finally got to that point, then, then the passion starts setting in. Then when you start seeing the results in your positive actions, you see it in others. When somebody say, thank you, man, for your advice, or, you start connecting with brothers and sisters, and, you do positive things for your family, and you just start seeing great things, amongst the chaos and, person, place, or thing, news, celebs, and stuff that's swirling around us and all that stuff. When you are truly self-aware, you'll see it all. You'll be able to balance. When you get there, you'll be able to balance. You just have to learn to have the power of patience, silence, and don't forget, thank that supreme being every day, and that's breaking the spell to me. When we just wake up thankful and fired up, and that's brother, sister, young or old, family. When we wake up fired up, that's thinking, that's breaking the spell, real talking. And whoever we are, we're all individuals, how we go at life. But it never hurts to have a little divine spirit in there. Just say to yourself when you wake up, whether you say God, but it's got to be that, it's got to hit the depths of that soul. It can't be nothing. Don't play with it. When if we have seen amazing things in our lives that we can't explain, that's a sign. Hold on to that, because great divine watches overall, gives everybody a chance. Great divine doesn't discriminate. It gives everybody free will and a choice, and it has the power to allow anything to happen in our life, and that can be negative or positive. It's all on what we choose. And what do I say all the time, folks? Great divine, that supreme being, Mother Nature, loves what? Positive energy. And why is that, brothers and sisters? Because positive energy keep things moving. It keep things grooving. Positive energy leads to good ideas. Leads to solutions, as I always say. And what comes out of solutions? Results, brothers and sisters. Just marinate on that. Results. And that's wonderful. And it's not easy all the time. But I'm telling you, once we know that, we have done great things and we've conquered great things, we know great things will come. It becomes automatic. We don't even think about it. When you're in a righteous space, you don't worry, you don't quiver, and when you're not lying and got hate in your soul, and you're not looking to get over, it's the most free one can be. The far as free as we can be, at least in our mind. Because we got to have that reality. We can say we're free, but physically, we're really not, because like I say, I work a job. So my body really not free. And that's kind of one of those hard pills, but I tell you what, I always stay connected to that supreme being, connect to one's family, children, keep things like that in one's spirit. The real righteous brothers and sisters that's really getting it in and doing their thing. And teachers I've learned from about nature, once one gets serious, brother or sister, about how beautiful, when you really do see that beauty in each other, in nature, in our children, and, in ourselves, because if we see the beauty in ourselves, we'll see it everywhere, in everything, That's why I say, if you are in a space where you have the power of deflection and you don't indulge in different things, and you've come through that fire unscathed, thank that supreme being every freaking day. You wake up, man, I'm telling you, what I always say, thank that supreme being and more before our feet touch the floor, and just start that vibration. I say this all the time too. Before we leave out that door, man, take that supreme being shield with us, and start off by saying today gonna be a good day, whether we think it is or not. I don't care. Even if we know we're gonna have a challenge that day, I don't care. Say, hey, we're gonna have a good day, or say you gonna have a good day. That's how we gotta think. We gotta think strong. We can't have no worry, no doubt, no stress. I'm serious. These are all poisonous things that stop us from seeing things abroad amongst social media and celebs and then you had some toxic individuals that's in our lives. That's another reality, you know, and it catches us off guard sometimes because those of us that are super empathic, we on this walk and we've helped a lot of brothers and sisters, and we just want to try to do the right thing and raise others' vibrations. And then we lose ourselves in positivity so much. Sometimes we forget not everybody's on the same page, and that's the unfortunate part about being a ultimate righteous brother or sister. It's always some toxic individual or person, place, or thing. But again, when we have been self-aware for so long, we catch things. Like we start getting our discernment start every time you run across something that's toxic or maybe almost catch you off guard. All that does is upgrade our discernment. That's all it does. It just upgrade our discernment. Our instincts get more sharp. We prevent things from coming, and we don't. That paranoid that shit ain't got nothing to do with it. Our self-awareness just get heightened. I think some people just get it misconstrued. I don't think it's paranoia to me is for someone who's a liar and a scammer and doing shit they ain't got no damn business. That's paranoia to me. But to a person that's self-aware, brother or sister, and that's righteous, to the pit of the soul, no, there's no such thing as paranoia with us. We have a very, very heightened self-awareness, and we want that for our children and those in our circle, because we have to build up generals, right? We never know who we gonna need down the road. That's why we don't stump on nobody, or talk about nobody. Positive energy, because as I said on that past podcast, what's the opposite of righteous? Ripple effect, toxic ripple effect. And we don't want that. It's like falling dominoes, as we see in the media, when we're connected to someone that's living a devilish, toxic life. Anybody that's connected to this individual, like really glommed on to them, it's going to be a toxic ripple effect. I don't care. Like I say, if you want to know karma is real, go ahead and be evil. Let me know how that worked out for you. I kind of spoke on that on the podcast I did last night. So I won't go too deep into that. But yeah, so if you're alive and you have done great things, you have come through a challenge, or you're going through a challenge, but you feel good about it, you have seen results in a child or yourself, or you helped your significant other, a family member, you made it through the fire and you standing here today, and it's not a coincidence, by the way, and you have made it through all the levels, and you standing tall, as brother or sister, young or old, family member, and you standing today. Thank that supreme being every day that you have broken spells. Like I said a few minutes ago, there's no such thing as curses. That's what I was going to speak on when I first began my channel. I had Spellbreaker by my name, and because I listened to other great teachers, brother or sister, and the platform I always speak on, the only platform I've ever been on, and I still listen to today. Great, powerful brother. And he had a sister on there that talked about curses. And she talked about curses and energy. How we need to stop saying that word. We are not cursed. It's just that, like I said, all melanated brothers and sisters have been under some kind of conditioning. So it's not a curse. We just got to know what our conditioning is, how our mindset is, pinpoint it, and fix it. It's not a curse. And a spell, maybe? Yeah, a spell, because to me, my opinion, a spell is real, because when you have a waking, that's what it feels like. You've been under a spell. So that's why I changed it to Spellbreaker, because energy is what we think, what we say, how we think, so that's why I don't say, you never hear me say, it's a lot of words you don't hear me say, and curse is one of them, curses. And I might do a little cursing, I might say a little profanity sometimes, I will admit, but it's just to put an exclamation point on a point. That's the only reason why I cuss. I don't do it to sound brash or sound tough. Every now and then, it just, that passion, comes out in profanity sometimes. I'm not saying I condone it, but hey, it is what it is, so that's what being authentic is all about. But not trying to offend or hurt no one, but sometimes that truth, you gotta come with it. And truth and positivity is not always soft. You gotta swallow those hard pills, and that go for me too. So that's why I put Spellbreaker by my name. And It's kind of like a psychological thing I've said a long time ago. So when I see that, it like it checks me when I see Spellbreaker, because I can't be a Spellbreaker doing toxic shit. So it's a psychological thing too. So every time I go on my channel, I see that by my name, and I want to keep that in my subconscious so I can help others be a Spellbreaker and break toxic things in their lives, because I want those I'm connected to, and I want to live, generals. We were soldiers, but we are now generals, and all of us melanated brothers and sisters have a general inside of us, because we were developed and evolved from Mother Nature, a great divine or supreme being that runs this whole shit. I will always say that and cling to that. That's what keeps me from getting, downtrodden and stuff. Whenever I feel a hinkling of that, I don't know. It's like a centering mechanism for me, and you can use this too, brothers and sisters. I just always remember, man, higher supreme being runs it all, and will always pull us through when we cling to that divine force. We will listen to that inner core, that voice deep within. We all get, don't care who we are. We all hear that voice when it's trying to warn us about something, whether it comes in a dream, a thought, but hey, when you're in a righteous space, you will hear and see it. So that's my thought. Those were some things that was in my subconscious. And every day we can, brothers and sisters, thank that supreme being that you have breath in one's body. Forget about yesterday. You can always do better today. And remember, every day we wake up, say, hey, today is going to be a good day, because it just puts that energy in you, and it kind of keeps you sharp, Never just whatever we doing that day, whether it's work or something else. Think about our day, because you never know when things will come off the left. They will come, and that means just being ready, because it's wonderful when we can do that. I'm telling you, when we practice on things like that, like I always say, the mind, body, and soul, what we see, hear, and feel, and the psyche, the seven senses. I'm serious. When we really practice on studying things like that, areas in our body, the spine, how it plays a very important part in our energy, you will be amazed. You will almost be a psychic. I'm telling you, things like that come to us when we cling to that supreme being force deep within our soul. Man, thank that great supreme being every day, and break the spell. Real talk. So again, that's my thought. Thank those for coming in. Another edition of EBX discussion, and no matter what one is going through, I will always push out that positive energy, because man, when I think of all the things, all the wrong choices, I did make some wrong choices, as many of us. Just think of all the righteous choices that we made to get us in the place that we are in, and what got us here. Our families, our children, those who are standing firm today. I don't care what we're going through. I'm talking about ones that's healthy and mean well. Thank that supreme being every day that we came up out of that spell. Real talk, brothers and sisters. So that I honor your family, and thank the current, like I said, current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view. If you got anything out of what I say, pass it on to someone else. As I said, we need as much positive energy as we can muster up. And I'm talking about hard positive energy, and sometimes easy, because it doesn't come easy all the time. We got to be ready for that hard truth too. But I'm telling you, we'll be fine. Trust me, we'll be great. We'll always be great when we thank that supreme being every day that we have finally broken the spell. One love, y'all. Stay great, family, brothers and sisters, all over the world and online. Salute to my generals. One.